Welcome back, football fans. This is Off the Gridiron, and it's official. Football is back.
I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe it. It doesn't even feel real.
No.
It was like a dream. I feel like I'm about to wake up.
The
Yeah,
Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs and the Lions tonight.
What a
Which
game.
is a fake matchup. That's a fake matchup.
What
I
a
never
game.
thought that matchup would happen on Thursday or opening kickoff. But
Yeah.
I mean, here we are, the Chiefs, Super Bowl champions, Lions, looking to be good. Finally,
Yeah.
Future Coach of the Year, Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
He did you watch Hard Knocks last year, Stoney?
I did. What an electric time.
I mean, that fucking guy. Like, I wish that guy was my dad. I will say that, dude. Dan Campbell. I wish he was my dad. That guy. Like, I will do yard work for that guy. I don't care.
I know Noah would run through a brick wall for Robert Saleh, but I would go to war for Dan Campbell.
I love Dan though too. Like both of them are like those are my guys. So
If they were to get into a fight, who wins?
Dan Campbell.
Robert Saleh.
Dan Campbell.
Ooh,
Robert Saleh, dude, just younger, quicker.
Dan Campbell,
Like,
country
Campbell
strong
has
though,
his-
dude.
Campbell, he is age to his like advantage. He's wise. Like
He's
he's
like-
probably just been around the block more than Salah.
He's
He
like
got
old
that
man
dog.
strength.
Yeah, he got that dog in him. He's got old man strength.
Yeah.
You know, he's you are picking up bags of mulch. He's gonna pick up 5 of them.
Yeah.
He's gonna have 5
That's
of them in his
true.
arms.
One on his fucking head, just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
it's 100 degrees out. Like that's Dan Campbell.
And Dan Campbell lives in Detroit. Like, he's
Yeah,
got that
dude.
on him now.
He's probably working on cars, like building them in the Ford factory, like an assembly line, like doing all kinds of shit. What's Robert Saleh doing? Eating
Yeah.
pizza?
looking like
fucking- come on.
Xerxes from 300.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I, was
Yeah, it
gonna
looks
say,
like
I don't think
Xerxes.
Robert Saleh is eating pizza, bro. Like
No
Robert
shot.
Saleh,
He's eating chicken and rice for like
he's
8 meals a
he's
day.
Built. Yeah, he's built, and I don't know. It'd be a good fight. Honestly, that's
Be
what
fun.
we should do. That's how we should find out how teams, if like what team gets into the playoffs instead of a wild card round. Let's just
have
like,
the coaches fight.
Just have the coaches like in a
Dude,
in a,
Mike
put 'em in the ring.
McDaniels is fucked.
Yeah.
I'm
He
just
is
picturing
fucked.
Andy Reid eating a like hamburger or a barbecue sandwich, just looking at
He's-
someone or like, I'd
Yeah.
really
He's like,
rather
"I'm
just
not
eat
doing
this
it."
sandwich.
He's like, I don't want to move around that fast. What are we doing?
He's like,
Just
you're gonna
put
have
me
to,
in. I will win a wild card.
He's larger than everybody too. He's like, you're just gonna have to knock me down. That's
Yeah,
the name
It's
of the game.
true.
I'm gonna eat this barbecue sandwich, but you're gonna have to knock me
He's
down.
got a lot of power behind those legs.
my
I'll
head
tell you what.
coach, our head coach would kick a lot of.
Oh,
people's
dude,
ass.
he would kick some ass.
He
D'Amico
would.
can kick some ass.
He would kick ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be one of the last men standing.
He's scrappy. I can see him being really.
I mean,
scrappy.
bro, he's used to be a linebacker
Yeah.
not too long ago, like
Yeah.
I think 3 years ago.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I might like my odds with D'Amico.
I do too.
It's not a bad choice. If we're talking Dolphins of like 2 years ago, then we got Brian Flores in the building too.
Ooh.
That's good.
Another
Brian Flores, like,
another
he's
angry
loud.
large man ready to
Yeah,
fight.
you know, in martial arts when they yell, they're like
Yeah.
like as like intimidation factor.
Yeah,
Like Brian Flores has that on his side.
No, he just does the stare.
just the stare,
Just the
1,000-yard
stare, and
stare.
he just looks so angry, like he would during the
Stares
games.
right through you.
Because you remember the
That's-
game
dude.
where Brian Flores charged the field during the Bengals Dolphins in like 20.
Oh yeah, dude.
Was it
I do remember
2019?
that. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
he was like, "I'm gonna fight everybody. I don't care." And he's just blowing through players, just running at Bengals. So yeah, that
That's
was
a
pretty
coach.
I
terrifying.
don't remember
Fight
that.
some players,
He
dude.
did
That's
that?
a coach.
It was
Don't
crazy.
remember that.
You'll have to look it
Well-
up. It was a wild experience, and
Yeah.
it made me want to die for Brian Flores. I would go to
Yeah,
war for
the
him at that
Dolphins-
time. But
The Dolphins were bad, so I'm sure he didn't get covered that much.
Yeah,
but
true.
you know, I mean, if the Dolphins are a playoff team, that's like what?
That's
is
huge deal,
going
yeah.
it was
on?
it might have been 2020 because I think he had a mask on and it kept falling off, so he kept pulling it up, just like charging through people and pulling up his mask. It was
Gotta make
quite
sure
the
the
scene.
mask is on to go
Yeah.
beat people's ass.
I mean, you get fined, dude. I think
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were getting fined a lot. But
if you're gonna get fined for fighting, you don't want to get an extra fine for the mask to keep coming
Yeah, of
down. You
course.
know.
But anyway, boys,
the moral of the story is that football's back.
yes,
football is back.
Oh man, I'm excited, man. It's been a long time coming. I feel like
It doesn't
For
feel
sure.
real, like we mentioned. Patrick Mahomes plays real meaningful
Jared
football.
Jared Goff will be on field tonight.
We're not watching QB1 on Netflix tonight. We're watching the real deal.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. We're watching a top 10. We're watching a top 10 quarterback, and also Patrick Mahomes tonight.
Yep.
He's
Exactly.
also he's
Well,
he's
off
also-
the go. He's a first
We're watching two top 10 quarterbacks. tonight.
Yeah.
Well, last time, I don't know if it was the last time they played each other, but in 2018 when the Chiefs played the Rams, you remember this game? It was
Oh, the Monday night
final score
football game in
50.
like Mexico City, right?
Yeah, 50.
No, it was in
Or
LA.
was it was supposed
It
to be
was
in Mexico
supposed to
City?
be in
It was in
Mexico,
LA.
but they moved it to LA because the turf in Mexico is
Right.
really bad.
But yeah, wasn't it like 52-48 or something crazy?
54-51 was the final score.
Yeah.
Rams won.
Crazy.
And if
game.
we get a game like that tonight,
what a way to start off the season.
oh my God.
What
And
a
also,
way.
here's the deal. If the Lions somehow beat the Chiefs tonight, that Dan Campbell Coach of the Year is looking mighty fine.
I need to put some money down on it.
Yeah, if that happens tonight, you need to put money down before the odds.
His odds will for sure shoot up.
They're going to shoot up immediately, but that's why you got to be ready.
Thing is, if they're up big in the fourth
that done.
quarter, maybe. If they're up big in the fourth quarter, maybe then you would put some money on it.
Yeah.
I would for sure put some money on it. If they would have made the playoffs just last year, he would have probably locked up Coach of the Year last year. But
that's true.
Yeah.
So this year is I feel like this is his last window, his last year in the window.
This is the one to do it with. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So boys, before football gets started,
yes,
Yep.
we did predictions on the last pod. We picked the NFL awards for the end of the season, MVP, Rookie of the Year, all of the good stuff. Today, we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty. Each individual team has an over-under win total from BetMGM. This article came out August 20th, so it's a few weeks old, so I'm not sure if the lines have changed since then.
Right.
But we live in Texas, so we can't really get correct lines, Texas, open it up. Open the floodgates.
Please. Oh, my God.
But anyway, so we're going off of BetMGM's win totals. We're going to pick over-under for each individual team on this podcast. We're going to start with the Western divisions and then move our way across the country towards the East.
Okay. Just geographically just being
Why
organized.
not? We're going left to right.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just winging it here. So with that being said, we're going to start with the AFC West. Since we got the Chiefs tonight, we go ahead and knock them out of the way here. The Chiefs over-under is sitting at 11.5.
We just yell them out, or
Last year they went 14-3. And we'll go in order. We'll go Noah, Garrett, me. We'll just keep that order the whole time.
Okay. You said it was what, 11.5?
Yeah.
11.5.
I'm smashing that over.
14-3 last year with no Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I'm smashing that over. I don't think they win 14 games again, but I think they sit at 12. I think 12-13 is pretty.
12 just seems easy, right?
Yeah, that seems so easy. Ridiculously
Garrett,
easy.
do you have the over as well, or you're winging it over here?
Absolutely. I would not pick the under. Never in a million years. I mean, 11 wins for the Chiefs doesn't feel right unless they have like crazy injuries, which you can't predict injuries. So I'm going to say they have 12, 13 wins. 14 maybe?
Mahomes misses like 7 games.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy
but
like that.
But even then, they can probably still win some easy games with their system, you know? So like, the over easily for me.
Yeah.
Definitely smashing that over. Moving down to Los Angeles / San Diego. Rip in peace. The Los Angeles Chargers, their win total is 9.5. Last season they went 10-7.
Right. Wow. Okay.
9.5.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go first.
Over. I think they win 11 games this year. 11. I do have Justin Herbert winning MVP. So
you can win MVP and still win 10, 11 games.
Yeah, but I think if you're the MVP, you're probably going to scrape together at least 12. I'll go 11. I'm going to take the over.
You just have to take the over/under. You don't have to predict their wins. I know.
I'm just thinking about the ins and outs of it. Yeah, I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'm going at the over as well. The Chargers will be better than they were last year. Their coach, Brandon Staley, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's going to improve. I was going to say Verlander. Herbert, he's going to get better than he was last year. Hopefully he'll have some healthy receivers this time around. And like I said, I can't predict injuries or anything, but this team is better than 9.5 wins. Or this team's better than 9 wins, 9.5 wins, 10 wins. I think 11's perfect. Yeah. They're going to be right up there with the Chiefs. right up until the end, and then the Chiefs will kind of take it over from there, the division.
Yeah, 9.5 on the win total. I'm sitting at 10-7 again. I think they kind of just ride it out. I think they make the playoffs in the wild card, because you're competing with the Chiefs for the division title, and more than likely you're not going to win the division with the Chiefs in that spot. So
Right.
I'm going 10-7 again, but they're going to hit the over 9.5. So not a bad gig. They're going to win games. They got Justin Herbert. He's going to win them a bunch of games. Their defense is good. They'll win them a few games.
Yeah.
But I think with the AFC, how it is, it's going to be a bloodbath all across the entire AFC. So just sneaking over that over.
Yeah, I'm over for sure.
Yeah.
So we got over on the Chiefs, over on the Chargers, moving up to Denver, Rocky Mountains.
Ooh,
Sean
this is an
Payton,
interesting one.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Win total is 8.5.
Ooh. The Denver Broncos are by far the most unpredictable team in football right now, I think. Also, quick tangent, Sean Payton is fucking wilding out.
Yeah, he's like he's saying shit and doing shit I've never seen him do.
Me
or
neither.
Say.
And I'm like, dude, I get you were an analyst for a year, but shit, man. Like, you see what he said about Russell?
Yes.
He was like, he needs to stop focusing on Russell Inc. Stop kissing babies. You're
Yeah.
not running for office and shit. And I was like,
dude,
like,
talk about his starting quarterback right before week 1.
I know. Oh my god. I feel like the
not
Broncos are getting teased so much. They're good. We got like this great coach. We're getting Russell, and it's like everything's really weird over there. But
I'm not sure if y'all have listened to the Bill Simmons podcast, and he was talking about that comment from Sean Payton. He was like,
yeah,
there's already been rumblings that Russell Wilson is on the verge of being benched at some point this year. If he doesn't perform, like, you bench a $200 and whatever $1 million quarterback that you traded 2 first-round picks and whatever else for, would be absolutely insane, and I would live for that chaos. So last year, for reference, they went 5-12 before you make your pick.
Right. And
so is Sean Payton worth 4 extra wins?
No.
I
don't think so.
They have the talent. They have the talent to be 9-8 to hit that over.
Here's the deal.
But I don't think they'll do it. I think they'll go under. I think they'll go 8-9. You know, I think they're the most annoying team in the offseason by far. They were the most annoying team in the last offseason by far. And then this year they're like, they bring in Sean Payton. They're like, no, this is going to work, guys. Look at him like fucking talk shit about our old head coach. Look at him talk shit about our quarterback. And I'm like, that is not the workings for a successful team, you guys.
Not great.
So I'm going under. I'm going 8-9. Their ceiling is 8 wins, in my opinion. Maybe 9 if they get their shit right.
Their ceiling, in my opinion, is 9. I see them sitting at. I think they're going to get 7 wins. I really do. I don't think this. I don't think Sean Payton, especially after being out of the league for a year, is or more. Was that just a year? But like, I just don't see that happening. And also, look, dude, Russell. First off, how he played last year. I don't. Nathaniel Hackett did a bad job there in Denver. It's no shock. You know, it's not news, but I don't think it was all on him. I don't think Russell's struggles are all on Hackett. You know what I mean? So I'm in Sean. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't like the vibe I'm getting from Sean Payton at all this offseason. So we'll see. I think they get 7 wins. And Denver fans are going to be in shambles, especially in that division.
I'm hammering the under.
Yeah, me too.
Hammering.
Yeah. Under. Yeah, that's to me, that's kind of an easy one.
Sin City, Las Vegas Raiders. Over under 6.5. Last year, they went 6-11. Mind you, do you remember the Patriots game from last year where they were just playing lateral football to try to win the game and right to Chandler Jones, and he just bulldozed over Mac Jones. It was awesome. So over under 6.5. Last year they went 6-11.
I'm going to take the over. I think they can pull out 8 wins.
Wow. 8 wins is crazy.
I think they can get it.
Especially in that division.
Insane. Yeah, that's insane.
I think they're going to be better than the Broncos, for sure. And I have the Broncos getting 7.
Josh McDaniels is still their coach.
That's true.
For reference.
I think Jimmy knows how to win. And I know it's he gets a bad rap, and I don't really get it. I get he's not like the most he's not the most talented quarterback, but he's a hell of a game manager. And like when you have Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs in the backfield, you don't really need to do much else. You just need to get the ball to those playmakers, and Jimmy G knows how
Well,
to
I
do that.
think you need a better defense. I think you need a better coach.
They have some dogs. They have some
Chandler
guys on that
Jones, did you see what was going on?
Yeah,
I don't know. He's not even like playing for them. He's not allowed in the team gym or something. He's like pissed. Like I don't know. I don't know
Why
what's
is
going
he
on with
not? I don't know why that is a thing. But he deleted
it.
everything.
He was like freaking out.
I know he was. He was like manic over that, low key. I was like, dude, relax, take it easy.
But I mean, they're kind of far away, in my opinion, from competing in this division. But pretty far. I think they're actually gonna be better than the Broncos. Oddly enough, I think they'll be better than them. But
You know,
7 wins. It was 6.5.
Yes.
I'll go. You know what? I'll say over. I'll say they'll have 7 wins.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels, I have no faith. Don't care. Yeah. Moving on over to the NFC West. Used to be a gauntlet of a division, and now it's half of a gauntlet of a division. The San Francisco 49ers win total is at 10.5. Last season, they went 13-4 with like 7 different quarterbacks and Brock Purdy.
10.5 is their line?
Bro, that's a
smash the over, right?
It's the third highest line in the league. 11.5, 10.5, and 11 are the 3 highest win totals. The Chiefs was 11.5. You gotta
I actually don't think it's smash the over for sure. I think they win like 11 games. But people are overrating the 49ers right now, I think. They're talking about as if like what? Yeah, they're talking about as if Brock Purdy's just going to come in here and be a star.
Strong
agree. And I'm like he's had terrible practices. He's had terrible preseason. Like he's going to be like he's playing like Mr. Irrelevant in the past few months. Like he'll be fine. He'll be fine in this offense. He's not going to come in and be a Pro Bowler.
What are you talking about here? It's fucking preseason. And also, we saw what we look, I'm not saying he's top fucking 5 or top 10, but he's a really solid quarterback right now. He showed us that last year. And in that team with Shanahan, it's fucking easy. It's easy to make plays, especially when you have the weapons he has. You got Ayuk, Kittle, Debo. That defense is fucking insane. What they have on that side of the ball is insane. There's for sure you're smashing the over, and it's disrespectful to say that 10.5 is their fucking line. Like that's crazy.
I think 11. I think I'll say over, but I think they win like 11 games.
11? They won 13 last year.
Okay.
So when I was writing all this out, I wrote it all down on my iPad. Every team, every total, every win-loss record from last season. And I put over-under right next to it right off the bat. I ended up writing out every other team's totals and predictions before I got back to the 49ers and had to make a decision. I wrote over ? I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I think that it's
a hard schedule, bro.
Very possible that the Seahawks are, with the second year of Geno Smith and another weapon on the offense, that they have potential to be incredibly good and potentially beat the 49ers, because those games last year, I think, were like 3-point games, 4-point games between the two. They know how to beat the 49ers.
I like what you're putting down.
This is insane.
So it's an over ? So I think 11 is like where I would sit on that prediction for their win total. But it was the only one where I had to sit and actually truly think about their over win. Like I didn't know. And I'm still questioning the over because I still have the question mark down.
There's some games on that schedule of the 49ers. It's like, damn. That's going to be, that's not a cakewalk right there. There's like 5 or 6 of them.
Because was Purdy a flash in the pan? I don't know. And then your backup, Sam Darnold, we're going to just see ghosts. McCaffrey's been healthy like twice in his career for an entire season.
Yeah, is McCaffrey going to be healthy?
Nick Bosa just got his money, so good for him. But is the defense going to stay healthy? You can't rely on a Bosa to be healthy. The Bosas have all been hurt. I don't know. It was a question. I'm still saying over.
Sure, for sure. It's definitely over. This is crazy talk, and we're thinking they could maybe only get 10 fucking wins. That's nuts.
Well, we're saying over, but
No,
11.
I know. I'm talking about just the general public. Like, I'm not talking about y'all's opinion specifically. I'm talking about the Vegas line. That's crazy. They're getting at least 12 wins. The two biggest wild cards is obviously Brock Purdy is one, and then also losing D'Amico as their coordinator, and also we kind of gutted out a lot of their personnel, like Bobby Slowick and some other guys. So that's for sure something they're gonna have to work around. But Shanahan is the best in the business at producing coaches out of his ass, dude. He just pulls guys, and he's like, this guy's gonna be a great OC. This guy's gonna be a great coordinator. This guy, and so I'm just not really worried about them at all. I think Purdy is the one, but also Darnold being the backup. Darnold's a good backup to have. I get you're a Jets guy, and so you're gonna talk about the seeing ghost thing that happened fucking 5 years ago. But like,
He had
still,
one good game for the Panthers.
the Panthers. It's the Panthers.
I'm just saying he's had like 4 or 5 good games in the NFL, and the rest have been like
I understand
either
that.
mediocre
PJ Walker
or
had
ass.
better than one. PJ Walker was better for multiple games.
Spit it out, dude. And here's the deal. Also, Darnold is especially he has talent. Okay, look, he hasn't translated to the field. I agree, and I'm not saying he's some big dog. I'm not. But I'm saying he's a guy who, as a backup, especially in a Shanahan offense, can come in if he needs to, and he can get some stuff done. With C-Mac and Debo and Kittle, like all these guys.
I think that's blasphemous.
What, get it done? He can get things.
What do you mean
done.
get it done?
He can win some fucking games. Look, if Brock sucks,
I'm looking at their
then
schedule,
maybe-
and most of those games, if Sam Darnold has to play them, he's not winning those games.
I disagree. I think people are underrating Sam Darnold.
Over question mark. That's what I'm sticking with.
Over.
We all had the over.
over for sure, but
Seattle
Overrated.
Seahawks. Over under is 8.5. Last year they went 9-8. New quarterback with Geno Smith last year. They added JSN to their wide receiver core that was already elite. I don't know. I just really love the Seahawks right now. I'm
gonna say
very high
over.
on Seattle.
I'm gonna say over, but not by a lot. I'm gonna say 9 wins, maybe 10.
8.5's their line.
Yes. They went 9-8 last year in the first year of Geno Smith.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking the under because I've talked about this before, especially with Garrett. And it's fine. I get why people want to disagree with me. Like I get the disagreeing. Geno does not do that again. Geno's not doing that again.
It sounds like you have more belief in Sam Darnold than Geno Smith.
No,
who's been a
I
good
don't-
quarterback
I
for
don't-
the Jets, mind you.
I don't know. I don't. I think Geno is better than Darnold. But the thing is, I don't think either of them are very good. I think that was a very I refer to it as a Case Keenum year with the Vikings. I think Geno had a fluke year, good year, played well, for sure. And I'll give him that. I just don't think there's a reason he never played well in this league for an
But he
extended amount of
has.
time. No, for an extended amount of time, no.
Because
Yeah.
the Giants decided to bench him and put Eli back in. The Jets, he was good, but the team sucked. It's true.
Come on.
He's been an
True.
average to above average quarterback his entirety in the league.
No, he fucking has not been.
Look at the numbers.
Guys, it's like above average?
That just has
No,
to
he
be above
hasn't.
15th. He just has to be 14th to be above
Guys,
average.
No, he hasn't. Let's be fucking honest with each
He
other.
literally
No,
did it last year. He was top 10 in like everything.
I get it. No, last year, like he had a great year. I was impressed. I just don't see it happening again.
He's also had a lot of
with
big
a lot
games.
of tape, with the Seattle offense that he's running a whole year's worth. They had a whole offseason, especially the teams like the Niners and people in that division. Like,
So you could say the same thing about Brock Purdy, is what you're saying.
absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not saying
All right.
Brock's going to be a big dog either. He's a wild card, but I'm just saying I don't think Geno has the success that he had last year. This year, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't dislike the guy. I'm just being honest about what I think of him as like a player, and I think that's he is an average or below average quarterback at best.
So it seems like you hate Geno Smith. Moving on to the
Yeah, I fucking
Los
hate him.
Angeles Rams. Sean McVay won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. They were terrible last year, went 5-12. Their win total is 6.5.
Oh, that's a good line.
I am smashing the under, just hammering
Really?
it, throwing my house payment, my life savings. I'm throwing everything on the under on this team.
You know, the interesting thing is, I'm just looking at the schedule real quick. Interesting thing is, I don't buy that the Rams will be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I just don't buy that. You know, they're still going to be able to win some games, especially if Matt Stafford's healthy. This also depends on if Matt Stafford stays healthy. Like, I don't know if he can. I don't know what the deal is, but he's starting week 1. So, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, 6.5. Yeah, I'll go under as well. They have some tough. Yeah, they got some tough teams on their schedule. I'll say under.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under too. I think Matt Stafford's time is done in the league. I think it's time to kind of call that a wrap. I had a great career, and he got his ring. That's really what matters too. Hall of Famer, but he's done. I think the Rams are kind of done. I really think McVay leaves before they're successful again. There's been talks of it. He's like, no, I'm coming back, man. I'm coming back. And then he like, I don't know. I don't sense any juice from them right now. I think they got their ring a couple years ago and we're like, okay.
Yeah, do we think that Aaron Donald and Sean McVay are regretting not just walking off into the sunset after the Super Bowl now?
Probably.
They should have just retired. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Speaking of really bad teams, can we just all agree that the Cardinals are going under no matter what the line is?
What is the line?
What is the line? I want to know.
4.5.
1? Oh yeah, under.
They went 4-13 last year. Kyler Murray's not going to play this year.
No.
Have you seen the video of their new head coach just trying to hype everybody up?
I haven't seen the video.
It's bad. It's not good.
Gannon
he looks like he just took someone off the street that's never watched a game of football and threw him in there and just like, all right, hype this group of 53 just jacked dudes that are ready to hurt people up for a game. And it was the exact opposite of what needed to happen.
The Cardinals fall off is pretty tough, dude.
They're on the Caleb Williams train. Or they're
not.
The Drake May train.
No,
they're going to trade Kyler, dude. He's playing Call of Duty.
Okay, guys, there's no way they draft.
Oh,
also,
if Caleb Williams
just did it.
They will draft him.
They literally just did it 3 years ago. They had Josh Rosen as their franchise quarterback. Traded him
and paid Josh Rosen like $220 million.
That doesn't
like Kyler
matter.
Murray is a huge. Yes, it does.
Salary cap's not real. We all know it.
We talked about this a minute ago with Denver, though. It's the same shit. It's like they're not.
Salary cap's not real. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure. They paid Kyler a lot of money, and also Caleb. If the Cardinals have the number 1 overall pick, Caleb's not coming out. That's another thing. Caleb's gonna wait.
Okay, then you take Shedeur Sanders or Drake May. Okay.
Well, that's true. Those are 2 good options for sure, but they're not getting Caleb.
No, probably not.
And
but
he's the one.
We're all in unison there. It's the under, no matter what.
Yeah, under.
All right. AFC North. We're gonna go north. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, the boys. Their over-under is 11. There is no half. So you could push this one.
Okay.
Last year they went 12-4.
I'm taking the over. Taking the over. They're the best team in that division, no doubt about that. I really am not buying the Browns. I'm not buying the Browns. I never buy the Browns. I'm not buying the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, they're solid. I'm not buying them being Super Bowl contenders or anything like that. The Steelers, we'll even see about them. This is the Bengals division, so I'm hitting the over 12-13 wins, something like that.
So I'm gonna take the under. For the reason of being, I think they get 11 wins. I think that is.
Well, that would be a push. That's not an under.
Well, I know, but I don't want to be like put up one. I'm not going to bet on the push. I think it'll be. I think I'm going to take the under because I think that division is tough. I think it is hard because I am buying into the Browns a little bit, and I'm definitely buying into the Ravens and Lamar. So it's going to be difficult to win a whole bunch of games. I could see them winning 10 games, and it's still getting into the playoffs and being a really good team and making a run. But I don't see them getting like 12 or 13 wins this year. I just don't.
I'm gonna push. I'm
Yeah.
thinking 11-6 is what they. I think the Steelers are better. I think the Ravens are better on offense, worse on defense, and I think the Browns' defense is enough to win a game against
Absolutely.
them. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm
And
thinking
the Browns
is
have a
I'm pushing.
sneaky offense too. The Browns have a sneaky offense. If number 4 can get it together and
If
Nick
Nasty
Chubb in the
Man does
backfield,
literally anything correct, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, never gone under 500 as a head coach. Last year they went 9-8. Their over/under total is 9. No half again.
Smash that over.
Over.
Smash that over.
Over.
Smash that over. I mean, Kenny Pickett in his second year, he looks good. People are hooting and hollering about him.
George Pickens
looks great.
Deontay
Johnson come back. Najee Harris. They have that one guy that Jalen something. Their backup that apparently he's going to be like a great 1-2 punch or a duo with.
And a healthy T.J.
Najee.
Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. Their defense is
their
nasty.
defense. Yeah, no, this is like a 10-win team. I think honestly, I like this team
11.
better than the Ravens. If I'm being honest with you, so I'm smashing the over on that.
I agree with you, Garrett. I like them better than the Ravens as well.
I do, yes. I mean, there's a lot to like. I love the Ravens, but the Steelers are always there with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, they're
always
just consistently always phenomenal, or not phenomenal, but good. I'm taking the over.
So we're all in unison there again. Over on the Steelers. The Baltimore Ravens last year went 10-7. Lamar Jackson missed some time. In the offseason, Lamar Jackson got a brand new deal, self-negotiated, a lot of millions of dollars. Odell Beckham Jr. has joined the team. Zay Flowers has joined the team. However, it looks like the defense isn't as good with the cornerback and safety injuries that they've had. Their win total is 10.5.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's.
I'm going under.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm going under as well.
For the reason being, I think it's going to be 10 wins. I think they'll go 10-7. They'll be either tied or right behind the Steelers, something like that. 10 wins is fair in my opinion because there's still some question marks about this team. I know Lamar has a new deal. Zay Flowers is going to be good. Other than that, Odell, are his knees what are his knees like? Rashad Bateman, what are we doing here?
Really
Mark
fast.
Andrews is great. What's up with that defense? Defense still stout as ever. It was good in the second half last year. There's some question marks for me going head to head with the other teams in this division. So I'm thinking 10-7.
Yeah,
so under.
I like that. I like the under. I like the under on them. I think they're going to be good. I mean, I think that whole division is going to be.
It's a solid division.
Really
very solid division.
Yeah.
It's probably.
They might give the AFC West a run for their money.
It's probably the best division in football.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Top to bottom. Because you can have questions about the Patriots on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
Like, they're a Belichick team, so they're going to be good and hard to play. But AFC East has at least one question mark. The Browns have one question mark as well. But I'm taking the under on the Ravens. I think 10-7 is the proper call there. Cleveland Browns, nasty man's team, great defense. Last year went 7-10. He missed 13 games. The quarterback,
12 or 11
12 games. Came back week 13, whatever it was. 7-10. Great team, great weapons, great defense. The only thing that they have concerns about right now are the quarterback. Their over/under win total is 9.5.
Under. Hitting that under. Gotta go under. I think they're going to be playing up to par how they did in the second half last year, which is 7-10, 8-9. Under.
It's hard.
I mean, that might sound biased, obviously, because we don't like 4. But, I mean, I'm just looking at it as he was not great last year. And I know he was rusty, whatever. But it may be sometimes guys who hold out for a year and then come back later in the third quarter of the next year. Sometimes they're just not the same.
Yeah.
They're just not the same. You don't get game action like that in a while. Like, you're just not the same player. I don't think he's the same player.
What was there? 9.5?
9.5.
Yeah.
They
I'm
got to
gonna
win
take the
10 games
under,
to go
but
over.
I think I take the under, but I think they get 9. I think they get 9.
I think 8 or 9 is the correct
Yeah.
wins on them as well. 9.5. I'm taking the under as well. One team's going to go. At least one of these teams is going to go under their win total, and
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
the least faith in the Cleveland Browns because of the history of the organization as well as who the quarterback is. So
yeah,
Browns is the Browns.
they're going to Browns. Browns are going to Browns. The NFC North. Last year, the Vikings won this division. They went 13-4. However, their win total for this year is 8.5.
Oh my God.
Garrett's Vikings. What are you going to do here?
Oh my God. You hit the over. What are you doing? You hit the over.
8.5 is sleep.
You hit the over. Smash that over.
That's so whack.
You hit it with a hammer.
Didn't they have like 7 games that were one-score games where they came back in the fourth quarter and won or something like that?
Do you remember that Bills game?
The Bills game was crazy. Yeah,
That was insane.
It's just a lot of comeback wins and wins late in the fourth quarter, and they were all one-score games. Like the Dolphins game was even close without Tua.
They lucked into, but they won 13 games last year.
13-4.
13. Yeah. See, okay, they're not a 13-win team at all.
No Dalvin Cook. I forgot. That's a big subtraction to their offense.
Huge deal, actually. What is it? 8.5? Over, but not by a lot. I think they get. 9
10 wins is fair.
Yeah, 9 or 10 for sure.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. 9 and 10. 9 to 10 games is, I think, their ceiling. Kirk Cousins, you like that. That's an over.
I like it.
Green Bay Packers, big offseason subtraction. Aaron Rodgers is no longer with the team. Moving on to their next franchise quarterback, third in like 40 years, with Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers now. Yeah. Jordan Love. Last year they went 8-9. Great coach with Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Their under win total is 7.5.
Over.
Yeah, I like the over.
Good coaching, gets them through. Great offense, just because of the schemes and everything. And they play in Lambeau, which is probably the best home field advantage in the NFL, I'd have to say, just because of the aura that it has. It's a great stadium, by the way, if y'all haven't been there. But
I have been there before, yeah.
I'm taking the over as well.
I like the over.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love, honestly, I think they're gonna hit on another one. I don't know if he's gonna be Brett Favre or Aaron, but I think he's gonna be a pretty good.
He's gonna be here for like 15 years, and then just get another guy that plays for 5 years underneath him.
You look at his jersey, you look at the back of it, and it says Love and whatever isn't 10.
10, yeah.
It's a great jersey.
It's a great look.
You look at that and you go, he's gonna be around a while. I can tell.
Yeah, I can see him being a star. I don't know about 15 years, but I think he's gonna be their starter for like 6 or 7 years.
Because you just think 4 Favre, 12 Rodgers, 10 Love. It's just going to be the next one that you're going to see all over Lambeau.
I'm excited to watch Jordan Love play this year. That's going to be really fun.
It'll be interesting. Yeah. Chicago Bears, I got them up next. Justin Fields, good at football. The rest of the team, not good at football. They went.
Why does everyone keep saying Justin Fields is good?
I mean, he's fun to watch. He can run the ball really well. Michael Vick,
Bloody fucking da. I don't understand.
I really don't understand why people keep saying he's good.
I don't either.
He ran 200 yards on the Dolphins.
Higher
I think
on the top 100 than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that was weird.
That doesn't make sense.
They went 3-14 last year. Had the number 1 overall pick. Traded it to the Carolina Panthers. Their over under is 7.5, and in unison we all say the under.
Yeah, that's crazy.
7.5
is like, what are we doing here?
Move right on over to the Detroit Lions because there's no need to spend any more time on the Chicago Bears. The Detroit Lions, Coach of the Year Dan Campbell, Rookie of the Year Jahmyr Gibbs. Last year they went 9-8, almost made the playoffs. However, they missed it by 1 win. Their over under is 9.5.
Over.
Yeah, I say the over.
The division's not too hard. They're gonna get two games against the Bears.
Yeah.
2 games against the Packers, who we'll see. We don't know. I think the Lions, either way, are better than the Packers.
Tonight we're going to see what the Detroit Lions are all about.
They are.
Obviously this isn't going to be speaking to how the whole team is the whole season, but this is like a great first test. Like, y'all are like the clear offseason Super Bowl champions. Everyone loves y'all going in the offseason into the season. So you got to prove if you belong in this conversation. Yeah. So play the Chiefs well, and maybe you can move yourself into
I'm such a Lions fan, dude. They're my favorite team this year.
I'm going over as well. I mean, y'all heard my offseason prediction pod yesterday. I believe it came out. So Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year, over on the 9.5 wins. They go to the playoffs. Maybe they win the division. Then, if you're going over 9.5, you're
I
in
think you win
striking
the division.
distance of winning the division.
Yeah, I think they win for sure.
Let's go south to the boys.
Down south.
To the boys' favorite little conference, little division, the AFC South.
That's us.
We're not going to start with the Texans. We're going to save them for the next one. Jacksonville Jaguars. Second year of Doug Peterson. Third year of Trevor Lawrence. Last year they went 9-8. Made the playoffs. Great comeback win against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Their over-under is... Can you take a guess?
8.5.
I'm going to say 9.5.
It's 9.5. So 9.5 over-under for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Over. They win. They get 10 or 11.
All right, I'll say over 2.
I think 10 is the right number.
I don't get the whole. I don't get all the hubba about the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're still the Jaguars. They are primed to implode in the next few years again. They always do it. I know it's like, would you have Trevor Lawrence this time? Even Peyton Manning and the Colts were bad sometimes. Sometimes they just become bad. It's just how the team is run. It's how the team is ran.
Yeah,
it's not a well-ran team. But this year they do have the benefit of having a terrible fucking division right
Also,
in
Doug
front
Peterson is a good head coach.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, sure, he's a good coach until he won't be in a few years until they run him out. They're going to run him out of town. They will. It's inevitable.
Second year in the offense, there's always a big jump between the first and the second year with the new, like a decent offensive coordinator and head coach.
They're going to be a good football team this year.
I think it's worth at least one more win.
I think over 10-7 is good.
10-7.
I think they win 11 games because they're going to beat. They play the Colts and the Texans and the Titans twice each. Like that's just going to be. They're going to be able to get a good amount of wins off of those alone. I don't even know what the rest of their schedule looks like, honestly, but I'm taking the over.
All right, we'll go to Houston, Texas. The Houston Texans, new head coach DeMeco Ryans, last season went 3-13. They added 2 top 3 draft picks with Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud. Got Tank Dell. John Mechie is getting to play now.
Yep.
3-13 last year.
I'm going to guess the line's 4.5.
I'm going to say it's 5.5.
No way.
You would both be wrong. It's 6.5.
What?
I don't know how, but it is.
I don't either. That's actually cool.
This is BetMGM's fault. So this is what I went off of. They had a whole article where it was very easy to read. So Houston Texans 6.5. I'm going to take the under. I think their ceiling is 7 wins.
I think I'm taking the
over. I'm hitting the over.
I'm taking the under.
Over.
I'm taking the under.
I'm hitting the over, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I think we're gonna be good enough to beat bad teams sometimes. I think that's perfect for a 7-10 record, baby.
Yeah, I think 6 wins.
I think we get 6. I think we get 6
double the win total from last year, 3-13 to 6 wins, but you still go under. That's where I'm at as well.
Yeah,
7-10.
Here's the deal, though. If the Texans beat Baltimore week 1, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, baby.
We're going.
Well, we're for sure winning 7 games.
Yeah.
If we fucking beat Baltimore, I'm like, all right, well, we're hitting the over, fellas. I'm going over. I don't want to be like y'all. I want to hit over. Let's go.
Tennessee Titans, well-coached team by Mike Vrabel. Quarterback play kind of sucks. Will Levis is on the team now for some reason, eating bananas probably. Derrick Henry's still there. Defense is going to be good. Last year they went 7-10. Their over/under is 7.5.
Under.
Yeah, way under.
Big under.
Way under. They win 4 games max.
I think the Titans are garbage.
I think they're the worst team in our division for sure.
I'm going over. I think they win 8 games.
Mm-mm.
Just based off of Mike Vrabel, the defense, and Derrick Henry. I think they get 8 wins.
I think they falter mightily. I think they kind of faltered last year, but I think this year they're like even more so. Like I think Mike Vrabel is gonna be his biggest test. His biggest test as a coach so far. Like my team's falling apart. What do I do? Questions at quarterback already. You don't like that going in the season. Questions at quarterback. It's kind of like, if you don't have a proper QB1, obviously it's Tannehill, but we all know it might not be Tannehill like by week 8.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's a huge test for Mike Vrabel. I'm gonna say under.
Yeah, I'm smashing that under.
I'm going over. Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay for jail, free Jonathan Taylor. Last year they went 4-12. They added Anthony Richardson with the number 4 overall pick. Really cool. He's athletic and he can throw the ball really far and he can run really fast and hard. Over under is 6.5. I'm smashing the under.
Yeah, you smashed that under.
Under, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's just no need to spend any more time on the Indianapolis Colts either.
No.
Well, what I'm saying is the Texans will get second in that division.
Second in the division. All right. Well, I was going to go third, but I'm thankful for your optimism.
Yes, I would help run a Texans podcast, though.
We're on one right now. This is it.
we're going to the dirty South now. Go to New Orleans Saints. Last year went 7-10, and I think we're entering the worst division in football.
Absolutely,
NFC
by
South
a long shot.
Stinks. Just out loud, it stinks. Sorry, little bro.
You can win this division with a losing record.
Little bro, his Saints, their over/under is 9.5. There's just no way Derek Carr's like worth 3 games, 3 wins.
I don't know though. In that division,
I mean they all kind of stink. Bring Jameis back. Jameis deserves to be back.
I think they can go 5-1 in their division. You know,
they could.
So I mean,
they got to win 10 games though.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Then they also play the AFC South.
Don't care. I'm going under. I don't believe in them.
I don't either.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll say over.
All right.
I think they win 10 wins. I think they have 10 games.
10?
Yeah.
That's what they have to do to hit the over.
I know, but
I think they win 10 games.
Gross.
I think Chris Olave is like cold as fuck.
He's better than Garrett Wilson. Some are saying.
No, he's fucking not, dude. Let's wrap that up.
Better stats, same terrible quarterback play. What are we talking about?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Whatever. We'll save it for the next pod when we can just yell at each other.
You're such a homer, dude. Anyway.
The Atlanta Falcons. Desmond Ridder. Ass. Last year went 7-10, surprisingly.
This is wild.
Their over-under is 8.5, and I'm going under as well.
Yeah, I'm saying under. You can make an argument that the Falcons are going to be fun. Hell yeah. Love that. Bijan Robinson. He's got his own sauce at Pluckers, which sounds amazing right now. I'm hungry. I mean, yeah, so they're going to be fun. Not Desmond Ridder. Come on.
And I don't even know who plays for defense for them.
Yeah. I mean, AJ Terrell, does he even still play for them? I don't know.
Yeah, he plays football pretty well, actually. But
he plays the game.
He does that. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. It's his team, The team's falling apart. There's just nobody left. They're all missing. Last year they went 8-9. Won the division. Tom Brady.
I can't believe they still have Todd Bowles as their head coach.
Yeah, it's rough.
I cannot believe that.
Their over/under win total is 6.5.
As much as I'd love to be a Buccaneers guy because I'm a Baker guy, you gotta say I'm gonna say under.
You know what? There was a point where I thought the Bucs were going to be the worst team in football this year. I really did, and I think they hit the over by like a game though. I think they can win 7 games.
I'd love that, but I mean, a Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield combination is
recipe
poo-poo.
For disaster.
Yeah, it's poo-poo.
I'm going under. Going under. Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young, Frank Reich. Last year they went 7-10. Their over/under is 7.5 in a terrible division.
Pulling together 7 wins.
There's no way.
7.5 is their line.
7.5 is their over/under.
Yeah, under for sure. Frank Reich's your coach of the year.
Yeah, someone took my coach of the year, so I was just trying to be different. I actually don't. Firmly believe he's going to win Coach of the Year. I'm going to say under. Rookie quarterback. I mean, I think they can win 7 games. Think they can. They might. They probably will.
And the under would still hit.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, so I'm going to go with under.
It's such a gross division.
That's a
let's
disgusting,
awful.
nasty division.
Awful.
let's get out of there and
Fucking-
get to the best division in football, arguably.
It's an oil spill of a division, dude.
The AFC
Just
East.
nasty to look at, nasty to hear about. Like, ugh. Yeah.
The AFC East, I'm just looking. I have it pulled up on my phone. Their logos are they look nice. They just look like a fun division.
It's a great just combination of 4 teams put
It
together.
is.
Great logos. They all just kind of mesh together while also
Yep.
being completely different from each other.
Yeah, it's really cool.
We'll start with old Bill Belichick, Foxborough, Massachusetts, the New England Patriots. Last year went 8-9.
Patriots are interesting.
What's that?
I said the Patriots are interesting this year.
Yeah, they're going to have a good defense because they're a Belichick team. Their defense is kind of intact. They drafted Gonzalez, that new cornerback. He's going to be really good, and I'm kind of terrified of it.
Yeah.
Their over-under is 7.
7?
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
7 and 10 is. I mean, this is a hard division.
It is.
Mac Jones. I don't hate Mac Jones. I don't understand the Mac Jones hate. Really, he was great in his rookie season. Not so great last year with Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator. Come on,
Half a playbook too.
but it's a loaded division. You know, the Dolphins are better, the Jets are better, the Bills are better. Those are 3 better teams. So I think 7 and 10 is a fine. That's a fine record for Belichick team right now.
I think I'm going to take their under. I think they win 6 games just because of the strength of the division. Also, hot take, I think Bill Belichick retires after this year.
He won't retire until he breaks Shula's record. I think he needs like 18 more wins.
Oh, valid. That's true.
He's just going to get them all right now this year.
He's just like, I'm going to win every game, and then I'll come back and retire after week 3 after I get 2 more wins. I'm taking the over. They can go 8-9 again.
Yeah,
I think they get closer to 9 or 10 wins, but I think they easily hit 8 wins.
It just also depends if Mac comes out and looks like Mac Jones, like good Mac Jones, maybe. Also Zeke, if he can kind of get his shit together a little bit, we'll see. But also like Juju's like their best receiver. It's like, what are we doing?
But they haven't had like a good receiver since Randy Moss when y'all were like 10 years old.
Well,
actually
true,
8 years old.
but,
whatever.
Well, but then
they had Wes Welker and Julian Edelman.
Okay.
Brandon Lloyd.
Yeah.
Don't even get me going.
And they also had Tom Brady throwing balls. Like
Tom Brady's
Brady,
pretty good.
Yeah, so Mac is not
pretty good.
That.
The Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, healthy elbow potentially. They lost Tremaine Edmonds. Big blow to the defense. Brought everybody else back, and they drafted a tight end, and I can't remember Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid. Yeah.
So they got a new weapon on the offense. Last year went 13-3. One game got canceled at the end there. Their over under is this going to be disrespectful? No, at 10.5.
That's pretty disrespectful.
It's a tough division. I think, they're not saying like, oh, their ceiling's 10 wins, but in this division, I think it's a fine projection. Because do you think the Jets are going to be better than the Bills?
Noah said the Jets are winning the division, so let's not forget that.
Or you think the Dolphins are better than the Bills?
I think
if they get Jonathan Taylor, are they better than the Bills?
I think the Jets and the Dolphins are already better than the Bills. But,
ooh.
Well, then what? I mean,
I know. But
you think they're going to get 11 wins, being the third best team in that division?
I think they fucking could. I think that division's just that good. Like, I think the Jets and the Dolphins are both capable of at least 13 wins. And I think the Bills could slide in with 11 or 12. And then the Patriots, I think they get like 6, because I think every other team in that division's kicking the Patriots' ass this year, honestly.
I'm going over. I think they get at least 11 wins. They probably hit 12.
I
think Josh Allen just is able to carry them.
I think 11 wins is perfect, so I'm going over.
I'm going over too.
We'll go to my team. We'll do the Miami Dolphins. Last year went 9-8. Tua missed, I think, 6 games. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, all back. Defense added Jalen Ramsey, but won't be back till late November, early December, allegedly. I hope he comes back in October and just shocks the world. Vic Fangio is the new defensive coordinator. Tua learned how to do jiu-jitsu. Last year went 9-8. Over-under is 9.5.
For the Dolphins? Oh,
Over.
over.
You smashed the over.
Month.
All right,
Smashed
we're
the
all
over.
we're all in unison, boys. I'm happy that we're
Yeah.
doing this.
See,
You know,
honestly, that's more disrespectful than the Bills line, in my
Ooh.
opinion.
Yeah, that's way more disrespectful than the Bills. That's crazy.
I think the offense,
Or
is
maybe
just
not. Maybe we're just
crazy.
talking to you too much. Maybe you're just shoving Kool-Aid down our throats.
I didn't
And
succumb to your Texans' hope, boys. All right.
yeah, but also the way you talk about them is like they're God's gift to earth. So
Well, they are. Look
yeah,
at them.
yeah,
They're great.
yeah. It's true though. You do look at them.
They have great uniforms.
They look good. Schedule's hard, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And the division's rough. Every team is going to suck to play against. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a hard 9.5. I'm taking the over. See, that's easy to me, but their schedule is not easy. So they're going to have to win some tough games.
Yeah.
The New York Jets, don't care. They went 7-10 last year. Added Aaron Rodgers. Great defense. They could win a lot of games. They could also win very little games. Last year went 7-10. Over under is also 9.5. Same as the Dolphins.
I think Aaron and Dalvin Cook and all the additions are well worth, or like they for sure. If let's talk about it like WAR, their wins above replacement, it's way more than 2. If they won 7 and their line's 9.5, yeah, no, you're taking the over. They're at least getting 3 more wins with those guys.
I think that's a 10-7 team waiting to happen. So I'm gonna say the over.
They're going 8-9, taking the under.
Shut up.
Yeah,
I'm sticking to 8-9, and I'm gonna clip this in January. It's gonna be delicious. NFC East, last division that we're gonna discuss here. It's a great division as well.
It is.
We'll start with the star, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. You know, last year they went 12-5, sneakily. You know, because no one was really talking about the Cowboys last year. Do y'all remember Cowboys last year? Their defense was good, but
yeah, no one was really talking about.
That's because Cooper Rush started a lot of the games, and it was like,
he won like 4 games or something like that. That's pretty crazy.
Winning, yeah.
So their over under is 10.5. Dak Prescott's back. They lost Ezekiel Elliott, but Tony Pollard gets all the carries, and he was the better running back last year. Their defense is going to be stellar, probably top 3. 10.5 is the over under.
I'm going over.
I'm going to take the over.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I think 11 wins still in the books for them.
The defense is too good to lose that many games.
Say what you want about Dak. He's still good enough with the people around him to get 11 wins in a regular season.
They added Brandon Cooks as well as another weapon. So
that's right, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be a team to watch. I think the Cowboys theoretically could make a little run if Dak doesn't throw a million picks.
People,
I don't know about
Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't know about Mike McCarthy being the head coach.
True.
Still,
that is true. That's so
it's so dumb that they still
crazy.
have him as the coach. But I think 11 wins in the regular season, perfect.
Yep, taking the over on that as well. Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl last year, runner up. Last year went 14-3, easy schedule. Jalen Hurts didn't play like a majority of fourth quarters, missed a couple games.
Yeah.
Defense is still good, but they lost some corners. CJ Gardner-Johnson no longer there. Yep. But the offense is just crazy. And they added Rashad Penny to the running back room. Like, all right.
They added DeAndre Swift.
And DeAndre Swift. Yeah, I mean, this offense is going to be crazy. Their over-under is 11.5.
I guess that's what the Chiefs are too. So no, I mean smashing the over.
I think over. I mean, they added Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Georgia Bulldogs Eagles.
Yeah,
and also Keely Ringo, the corner. Yeah, he was supposed to be like a first, second round guy. They got him like the 4th round or something like that. So yeah, no, I've hit the over. 12, 13 wins is in the books for them.
Yeah.
I'm right there with y'all. I think they hit at least 12, if not more. New York Football Giants. Brian Daboll. You know, Danny Dimes. Saquon Barkley. Last year went 9-7. Made the playoffs.
It's a good ball club.
They made the playoffs. They beat the Vikings. They won a playoff game.
Yeah.
Their
over-under is 7.5.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's so bad.
I mean, listen, hear me out. I get it, though. I get it.
I don't think I do.
Bro, Danny Dimes is not him.
I don't think anyone believes in the quarterback.
They got weapons. They just
what
got
what weapons outside of like
Darren
Darren Waller and Saquon?
I mean, those are two really.
Darius
those are
Slayton's
two good,
fine.
Yeah, those are two
Darius
good
Slayton's
players.
fine. He's fine.
He's there, but if you got Saquon,
Jalen
then
Hyatt
right.
is a rookie. He's fine.
Fine.
People are really expecting big things. Maybe not huge things, but big things. Another playoff team.
Apparently,
I don't
though.
think they're gonna get that. 7.5 though is
That's crazy.
really low. I think I go over. I go over on that.
They're a
Nine wins
team.
is still right there for them.
Yeah, they're a 9-win team.
They can do worse than last year and go 8-9 and still hit their over.
Yeah, that's
according
crazy.
to Bet MGM.
Yeah, that's
so
really weird.
over on the
Daboll's
Giants, I
also
think
a
they got a good
phenomenal
coach, enough weapons, defense is good enough. Another year of Kayvon Thibodeau, just rushing the quarterback and hurting people. It's going to be quite the sight.
They die. Yeah.
And the last team that we're going to discuss is the Washington Commanders football team. Ron Rivera is still the head coach somehow. Last year went 8-8. Great defense. They have a good defensive line. Got weapons. Scary Terry. They're over under 6.5. Sam Howell's the new starting quarterback as well. There's no more
I'm
Heineke
taking
time.
the over. I don't think they're going to be a really good team. I don't even know if they're going to be good.
I think they're going to be under 500, which that means they can still 7-10, 8-9 is still hitting the over. I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over. I don't think they're going to be as bad as a lot of people think they will be.
I'm taking the under. I think they win 6 games. I think Ron Rivera stinks now. I don't believe in Sam Howell. Their defense is good enough to win 5 games on their own, and I think the offense is only good enough to win 1 game. In a hard division, too. You got Giants, Eagles, and Cowboys there. 6 games.
I can see what you mean, because I also, I can see the Commanders just absolutely just blowing up and just fucking being terrible this year. Especially with, they really believe in Sam Howell.
And they got a new owner. They could just potentially just blow it up and then go after the draft, go get Caleb Williams, whoever they can get.
Yeah, dude, honestly, tank for Caleb in, new Washington. They're going to rebrand too. Probably get new uniforms.
I hope they go back to the football team. That was so sick.
They should. It's awesome. I can see why you do that. I still think 7-10. 7-10 is still right there for them, which is actually fucking worst case scenario in my opinion. They're not going to be good, and you want them to be really bad because you want to start over, you want to rebuild. But 7-10 is you're stuck in purgatory.
Also, can we get Chase Young off that football team? Let's get him somewhere else.
Chase Young play football again?
I know.
That'd be cool.
And I'm let's get him somewhere where I think with the way his career's gone so far, I think a change of scenery will be good for him after these injuries. Make him a Houston Texan.
Montez Sweat, come to Miami. Mississippi State, Miami connection. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'll be there.
Terry McLaurin, come on down to Houston.
Oh, please. That would be crazy.
Boys, we just knocked out 32 teams over-unders. The Jets are going 8-9.
Right.
Football's back, guys. Football is back.
So back.
Football's back. I'm glad it is, because not that baseball is getting stale, but right around September, I'm fucking this shit's still going on. I want something else to mix in
like
with
that
it.
Dave Chappelle meme where he's got the Coke on Tyrone Biggums, and he's got the Coke on the nose. He's like, y'all got any more of that?
Yeah.
I need football in my life, and it's really starting tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Oh my God. We get to watch Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff play football tonight.
Also, just being in the season, and having fantasy leagues, and it's who's playing tonight, the Monday Night Football? Oh, we have a nice little matchup tonight, dude. Can't wait to get home and fucking turn on the telly and have a TV dinner right in front of me, fucking hungry man, and watch it.
So
TV
great.
dinner.
Football's back, boys. That was the Over Under Pod. Let's get the season underway, and we'll see you back here on Monday morning. Follow Apollo HOU on all social medias. Hit up our YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, comment, like, do all the things. Let us know how much you hate the Jets in the comments. That'd be really cool. And how much you don't believe in Noah's faith in the Jets as well. That'd be great. Follow all the things Apollo HOU. This has been Off the Gridiron. Football's back.
Football's back.
Football's back.
Watch football.
Watch. Please watch it. Watch the Jets win the division.
Okay.
No comment.
Goodbye.